of the week. The energy today just feels different in here. We've been building toward this game. This is one both teams have had circled on the schedule since the start of the season. This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement, big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 10th-ranked team, the Maryland Terrapins. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Terrapins will kick this deep to get us going. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. He steps out of bounds at the 15. That's where they'll start the drive. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will have some work to do here thanks to that bad return. And as this quarterback takes the field, eager to see how he plays today. There's a certain gravity about him. You can tell from the warm-up song the way the team responds and rallies around him. Can he come through on a big stage here?
Yeah, this guy is their Superman. And when that opening kickoff is kicked up into the air, his cape goes on. He sets everything into place, gets the offense out of jams, does it in pressured situations. He's the arms and legs of this offensive system, but also the heart of this team.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's 3rd down and long from the 45. Quick throw caught on the left side. Breaks the tackle, gets into the clear. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. A horrible field position to start the drive, Kirk, but they just march right down the field and get points.
Chris, this offensive coordinator deserves a raise after that opening drive. The way they orchestrated this inside their own 15 to come away with points, impressive.
Now the important point after attempt. PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Terrapins offense comes out for their first possession today. And with such a dangerous wide receiver on the field here, puts a lot of stress on the secondary. This strong safety, Kirk, maybe not necessarily built as a great coverage guy. He's going to have to be big today.
Yeah, he really is, Chris. He's known for his physicality. This safety's going to have to do a good job of cleaning up tackles, but also being an extra guy to play keep away. He's good at doing both, but this receiver has great ball skills and the ability to break away with speed. Going to be a unique matchup to follow.
Oh, what a move to break into the clear. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
say that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound.
A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
What a play here by this defensive line. You can get so caught up in the flashy offense of Ohio State in recent years. But let's not forget, a still play defense in the shoe and have such great history and tradition with that defensive line play.
That sack makes it 3rd down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Pressure coming, and they've got him again.
Love the aggressive mindset from this defensive coordinator. 3rd down and long. Why not bring the blitz? Roll the dice. Play a little man coverage on the back end. Hope you get there before the quarterback can make you pay for it, and they come up with a sack.
And the Terrapins will bring their punt team on the field now. And here's the return. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the coverage team finally gets him, but a great return. You can see the elusive speed from the return man. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. This time it's complete. The game picks up the 1st down, tackled at the 37.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation, that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? Quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
See if they can convert the point after. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
Maryland, 0.
Return begins inside the 10. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Maryland offense is back out on the field now. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. On 1st down, it's play action. Nowhere to go. That ball knocked loose. Offense with a crucial fumble recovery.
Well, the offense catches a break here. Lucky to jump on the ball after coughing it up. He's lucky that his other teammates had some good awareness.
The offense will try to recover now. It's 2nd and 12. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Short pass finds the tight end. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end Picks up a nice gain.
Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now. The Terrapins will line up to punt it away.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route. You prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
And the returner brought down by that coverage team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. And the back gets the football. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Running back with Aaron picks up 9.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback's got it on the option. Breaking tackles. Oh, and a fumble here. Can you believe it? Now the defense has got it going the other way.
Hey, Chris, we can hear the contact from that hit all the way up here in the booth. So, hey, it's easy to blame the ball carrier, but I don't know if anybody could have been able to hold on to the ball after that hit.
Lofting it toward the left sideline. Tackle made after a big gain. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. And the Terrapins are in the red zone. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And here's the handoff. Fights off a defender. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Well, Ohio State has the lead here, Kirk. They jumped out to an early lead in that opening period. Let's take a quick look at the stats so far. And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Jean-Pierre. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that 1st down yardage.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Well, they're snapping the ball near the goal line, but the defense does a good job of thinking, hey, guys, let's force the incompletion. Force them into going for 3, and let's not give up 6. They did their job there.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another 3rd down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
He's got it right near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Terrapins.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
Make the extra point, cut the lead to 14-7. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Last possession, they fumbled it away, and it set up a touchdown drive. And they bounced back from that right away. Handoff to the single back. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Dropping back, it's Sims. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Incomplete, very lucky to avoid an interception there. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. It's a short return. They bring him down to the 22, but this defense steps up and makes a big play.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
Here comes the Maryland offense back on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? And they'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins. And now we are all even for basically a brand new game here.
Yeah, that's exactly right. With a tie game, you treat this as a fresh slate. Forget about the mistakes you made, the big plays that you made before. Doesn't matter anymore. Now you just go out and play and go try to win this game.
And the PAT is good. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And at first down, they go right back to him. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And now from the pistol formation. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Back to throw. It's Sims. Here's the throw deep downfield. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Good enough for first down yardage.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays down.
Oh, and he fumbles. And the defense jumps on the football.
That is tough for the ball carrier here because not only does he take a big hit, but now you're about to get an earful from your coach on the sideline after that turnover.
Got a timeout as the coach wants the officials to take another look. He thinks he might have a shot at getting this overturned. Heads up move by the head coach using that challenge. Officials will reverse the call on the field after taking a closer look. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. And there's the handoff. Fighting off the defender. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
And now the running back's got it again. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. You think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers, but we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior. The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime.
Brings up second and goal.
Offense facing second and goal. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Intercepted in the end zone.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
First down, looking to throw the football. Receiver makes the grab and heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss. And
down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Well, today's middle linebacker has to have the ability to cover, to be able to be a great run stuffer, also the ability to blitz and get after the quarterback. There's an example of it right there. These guys are becoming more and more athletic every year in college football.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Handoff here from the shotgun. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup.
Timeout, Ohio State.
The Terrapins will line up to punt it away. Looking to flip the field here. He'll field the punt. The returner is brought down. Gets you started on the next drive. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout where they check it out. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. Touchdown, Ohio State. No chance to catch him. Aren't you taught on defense, Kirk? Don't let him throw the football over your head. Exactly what happened there.
that makes me really wonder if it was some kind of miscommunication. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I pull my defensive backs over, make sure everybody's on the same page and getting the right calls.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT puts them in front by 7. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Maryland offense is back out on the field now. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. The pass rush closing in. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
It's a quick grab. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
No fair catch. Looking to return this punt. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Time running out here in the first half. Wouldn't expect them to be too aggressive in this position. To throw, it's Sims. Going for a big play downfield. Catch made down inside the 15. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This offense really clicking. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense is shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. They tack on the PAT. It's a 2-touchdown lead now, 28-14. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Maryland offense back on the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here with the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
Buckeyes will kick this away to start the second half. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Maryland offense is back out on the field now. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
A loss of 8 yards on the play. Second down coming up.
After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 17. And the quarterback dropping back. Makes a quick grab. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. They punted 4 times already, on the verge of a 5th. They can't convert this 3rd down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Now, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
Oh, and he's got some space here. It's a foot race. They can't catch him. Touchdown. An electrifying play, Kirk. He was just a better athlete than the guys trying to stop him on that coverage team.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by this returner. But let's also not forget the blocks. Some key blocks there that set this return up and eventually got him into the end zone.
kicking team on now for the extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now they get set to kick it away.
Ohio State 35, Maryland 14.
He's got it inside the 15. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Maryland offense back on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up 4th down now. And the Terrapins will bring their punt team onto the field. Forced to kick it away for the 6th time. And that sets up a return. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Looking downfield, it's Sims. Throw to the sideline, steps out after a short gain.
Oh, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick pass, here comes a jet sweep. He spins out of a tackle. And an explosive gain moves the ball across midfield. They'll spot it at the 42.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
The Buckeyes will line up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Lucky for the junior quarterback, that didn't get picked off.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. The pocket breaking down. Pass is incomplete. He caught it but couldn't get his feet down. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. The offense really clicking against this battle defense. We'll keep it on the ground with the counter play.
Running back the ball carrier. Pickup of 6. Brings up.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Dropping back. It's Sims. Caught near the goal line. Brought down at the 2 after the catch. The offense close to punching it in.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you could sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. And the quarterback's going to sneak it. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a first and goal for this offense. It's QB sneak. Touchdown, Ohio State. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
Hey, it's first and goal. Why wait? Go with the sure thing. Let that quarterback get behind his line, push his way in for the touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
42, Maryland, 14.
And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Maryland offense is back out on the field now. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. On the run here, lets it go. And the pass is complete to the tight end. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Hey, it's not a lot, but you know what? It's enough for the first down. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
First down and 10 now. Press coverage now from the secondary. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Great cut. They whiff on him. Well executed. He finds space and gets the first down yardage.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. Off the play fake on first down. Fires it to the wideout. And he's got his man open downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. The Terrapins are looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
Lining up to try the extra point. And he knocks it right through. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
42, Maryland, 21.
Return begins inside the 10. And he steps out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. This has been a dominant performance so far. Up double digits at the break, building on the lead here in the second half. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All he could do is throw it to his back, and loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
Back to pass. It's the junior quarterback inaccurate that time. Threw it behind the receiver. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Running back has it on a screen now. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down.
Now, there's just nothing here for the quarterback to do other than throw it to his back and hope that he can get the yards after the catch enough for the first down. But the defense gives some yards, but not enough for him to get to the sticks.
And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. The Buckeyes will have to punt this one away. Not the way he wanted to kick it. And the ball rolls dead. Here comes the Maryland offense back on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Tight end makes the grab. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, these guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield, and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away.
It's now second down.
Incompletion makes it second down. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
All of this pressure and sacks are starting to impact this quarterback. You can sense that internal timer is sped up a bit more than usual.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Tries the right with a quick throw. It's caught downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. And the Terrapins pick up enough yardage to get a first down. Quarterback still with the football. He's got some room. Can he get there? Tackled down at the 3-yard line after an excellent run.
Man, is he pretty to watch run this option. He is so dangerous with the threat to run or to throw. This time he keeps it himself, and you can see how much ground he eats up with that kind of speed.
Got him. He's sacked.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 11. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Receiver makes the catch. Tackled down at the 3 after the catch. Defense up against him now.
You know, they don't pick up the first down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough.
Touchdown, Terrapins. This offense cannot be stopped. That's another strike to this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you'll dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
And the extra point splits the uprights. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They're looking to build on the lead. They had to punt the football in their last possession. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And now the handoff. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Handoff as they try to work the clock here.
Hey, it's a great job of running the football. It's the right idea, but the back's got to stay in bounds. Because remember, with the new rule in college football, the clock still stops momentarily until the referee sets the play clock for the next play, and then it'll start again. So stay in bounds and work that clock.
Not much on that play, brought down short.
I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. He's brought down, but not before they gain to the 42-yard line.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. This is a big third down play coming up. If they can get the stop, you have to believe we'd see a timeout. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Buckeyes line up on 1st and 10 now. To throw, it's Sims. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Breaks loose at the 40. They finally get him down, but a solid gain on that screen pass. Good call there. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And the wideout goes in motion. And they'll use the ground game here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Important second down play coming up. They'll try the option play here. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Delay of game penalty will cost the offense 5. 8th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. It's an option look. He'll pitch it. He'll be stopped for a loss on the play. The defense all over the option that time.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and the run fits on that play.
So 4th down and 15. The offense is out there going for it. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And it's complete downfield. And they pick up the first down. Tackled at the 25. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Defense cannot get this offense to 4th down. Offense continues the long drive. First down, looking to throw the ball. And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
Finally, the defense is able to come up with a play on this drive. Let's face it, this offense has been able to put things together. Quarterback's had a nice drive, but finally, great job of getting the pressure and getting after that quarterback.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
And that's just a poor decision by the offensive coordinator and the quarterback. Working the lead, run the football here and work the clock instead. Throws it into coverage. Now they get a chance to get right back in the game.
The Maryland offense is back out on the field now. Looking to throw it on first down. And the pass is too high, out of bounds, and not complete. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Can't find anybody on 3rd down. Throws it away. And now 4th down coming up.
Well, he just threw it away here, Chris, and it's not the worst decision. You'd wish he'd find a guy open to give him a chance for this offense to convert, but at least they have some room now to work if they want to bring the punter out.
Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And the catch is made way downfield. That's a big game, but they could have used that when this football game is still in doubt.
And that's a first down.
Well, the coaches kind of expected it to be this kind of game, an offensive show. Who's going to make one more play at the end to get the win, and they did it.
Yeah, you mentioned the coaches. I think we had a feeling that this game had a chance to get into at least the 30s, and we weren't disappointed. These offenses came to play, but you're right. One defense made some plays when they had to, and the other one didn't. Simple as that.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Welcome to Ryan Field on the campus of Northwestern University and home to the Wildcats, where the purple-clad fans are eager to get this one started. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Northwestern ready to kick it off to get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Buckeyes return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. After the misfire, now on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And an empty backfield here on second and short. Looking for a man. It's Sims. Got the back over the middle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Going up top on first down. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. The 10. Touchdown Wildcats. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick 6 early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Getting set for the point after. And it's perfect. They marched 78 yards down the field, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Northwestern Wildcats offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, Dave.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back?
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush. But with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
He makes a catch. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
On third down, going up top. Got his man downfield. He's off to the races. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Northwestern wants to go quickly. Off play action. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
A loss of 3 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down. That's the end of the first.
Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. And this offense has gotten off to a good start on 3rd down, but this is a different deal on 3rd and long. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Motion from the offense. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through? And he's got it! Touchdown, Northwestern!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in games.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play call. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
In these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Quick release on the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Unloads quickly.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Quick catch on 3rd down. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At the 12-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
He breaks a tackle. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. Try to get it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Fires to the wideout. Got a wide open receiver. Nothing but green grass down the middle. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Man, the defense has got to be kicking themselves. They had the offense pinned back so deep in their own end. It's one thing to give up a completion, but you can't let the receiver go the entire distance and score a touchdown. Bad job on the back end by the D.
He's going to bring it out from deep. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make some...
Looking to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10. He wants to take the top off. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He'll take another shot here. He's got it on the right. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
From the gun, to give, looking for room.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just like it.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with the 1st down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. We're in the 1st half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding it.
Grabs it inside the 10. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense alive.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And I think if you're the head coach here, you kind of got mixed reviews on your passing attack so far because, yes, you've thrown for a bunch of yards and you've thrown a couple touchdowns, but you've also given up 4 sacks now. Pass protection has not been great, even though they've got the lead in this game.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead down a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Stanford has the lead right now, but there's no John Elway on this team, and that's why we have a tight one there on the farm. They're up by a field goal over Duke. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quick pass on the jet motion. Crosses to 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
That one comes out hot down the right side.
Well, you wonder if the defense has started to figure it out finally here. In the first half, this guy has been absolutely lighting you up, and finally they get some bodies back there anticipating the QB to look his way to force an incompletion.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Sims. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. 3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Downfield and incomplete, the defense holds.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Fires to the middle. He's got the tight end. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Northwestern.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half.
Ohio State, 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room and you sort of regroup, and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, and then to throw a pick right away, man, that is a gut punch. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 19.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
21.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The Wildcats moving quickly to the line. They try to pop a run on the draw. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Brings up second down.
Looking for space. It's Cole. At the 45 on his way. He's loose. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on the...
Makes the catch down the right side. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Number 17.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. Northwestern will have to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Oh, look out! Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Could this guy be the next receiver to bring home a Heisman Trophy? He's got everything you look for in a game changer at the receiver position. He's off to a great start in this one.
The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to bully their way in. Touchdown, Ohio State. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
Number 21.
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hold, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
Here's the fly sweep. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion and pushes the lead to 3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Give to the running back. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. Northwestern right back to the line. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollack.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop. Little
touch pass to the receiver. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Touchdown! The quarterback sneak pays off as he gets it across the goal line.
I love it. Forget all the cute stuff. It's 1st and goal. I'm trying to get 6. Nice job. Just get the quarterback under center. Let us push him into the end zone and get the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kennesaw State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Louisiana Tech. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on 1st down, but the defense was ready. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. You find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Oh, he just needed to stretch the ball out a few inches more and he would have picked up the 1st down. It was a great individual effort there on 3rd down, getting back a bunch of yards, and now they're in a position to go for it here on 4th.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. The give to the tailback. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. He'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They'll give it to him again. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Throws for the tight end. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Wildcats have it back to Northwestern offense headed out. Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll go to the ground. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Oh, gave the defender the business. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
The Buckeyes are on the move. Back to throw, it's Sims. Gets it out quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without just causing wreckage in the secondary. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that...
We'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look, thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the Buckeyes trying to cash it in on first and goal. Trying to power it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
He'll start the return inside his 5. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
On second down, looking to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So they're facing third and short from the 25. They'll try to get the first through the air. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the hole...
Can anyone catch it? That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Finds his target down the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Northwestern wants to go quickly. They want to just keep throwing it. Complete downfield. Touchdown, Wildcats. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And he makes the extra point. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Dropping back, it's Sims. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Really need positive yards on second down after the incompletion. They'll snap it from the 44. It's complete. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ohio State. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
He's looking for an open man on second down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Northwestern will send out the punt team.
Punt formation to kick it away.
Makes a move. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back.
Oh, look out. There he goes. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and goal. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Northwestern offense returns to the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Working the middle. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. Snags it over the middle. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. They'll go to the air, feeling some heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Northwestern.
And a nice touchdown. Continue to fight. Continue to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions. This
trying to get the 2. Here comes the heat, and down goes the quarterback, and they won't be able to get any closer with the 2-point try. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And this will be caught at the 30. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Buckeyes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Wide out in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the beatdown has ensued. That score pushes this out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
They'll try to run it in. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. A few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Short fields make successful offenses, just what they want here. Trying to find his man on first down. Coming after it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On second down, he'll let it fly. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.